The Edmonton Oilers have defeated the Dallas Stars and now advanced to the Stanley Cup Final and are going to be taking on the Florida Panthers. This is an absolutely insane moment to be living in right now. The Edmonton Oilers with Connor McDavid finally reaching a cup. And I'm not going to be talking about the next series too much here in this video. That'll be leaving for another video tomorrow with Aiden. But I'm going to be talking about the game where they did defeat the Dallas Stars and just a whole lot of this series and what the success came from and how it arose to this point in the series. So before we get into it, we noticed that 94% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for a spot to get all of your Edmonton Oilers news, you're in the right spot. Make sure to hit the sub button. Join us here as we cover everything that this team has to offer. And now heading in to the Stanley Cup Final. You will not want to miss a beat of what we have here to bring you. But let's get straight into our first topic here, which is the Oilers get a massive win. I think this is pretty obvious. I just want to talk about the game, as I said, and where the success really came from in this series and what they're going to need to change before game one against the Florida Panthers. So I'll pull this up here, the box score first of all. And we know that one first goal from Connor McDavid, the absolutely incredible goal. The guy stepped up when we needed him to. When he wanted to get to this point, he was ready. And that goal was one beautiful goal, is the best way to describe it. An absolute playmaker goal that you don't really expect from anybody else except Connor McDavid. Really taking the hold of this game with that goal, as well as the one from Zach Hyman. Those two really the leaders here in this game, as well as one guy I need to shout out here in Stuart Skinner. He really played well this series. With all the doubters that are there with him, against him, he really showed that he is going to step up. He is going to do everything he can to help this team get to where they want to be, and they've gotten there, but it's not over yet. I'll pull up the stat card as well here, as you can see. One moment, there we go. Connor McDavid really leading the forefront of this with Zach Hyman, as well as Evan Bouchard. But if I'm going to be honest, this was not the best game from the Edmonton Oilers at all. And they will need to be better for the Stanley Cup Final. We can be happy all we want. Yes, we won. You know, you don't need to always have the most amount of shots to win a game. However, it definitely does give you a much better chance. And as you can see here from this stat card, there's a lot of negative on this one as well, going up to just about -2, and a lot of, I'll say too much negative from what we want to see. But if we go up here and pull up the Dallas Stars one, as you can see, a lot of positive. And this is what we're going to be seeing against the Florida Panthers. This is what we're going to be seeing every game. From watching these whole playoffs, the Florida Panthers are a team that will just try to run you down, try to make it so you can't breathe with the puck. You have no room. And they go and try and force turnovers. And that's their game. They just get pucks on net whenever they can. And they're just going to try and pressure you. And the Edmonton Oilers are very good at avoiding pressure in these scenarios. They're going to be doing very good at this. And I'm excited to see what they're going to do in game one to kind of shut that down. But from what we have seen here in this Dallas Stars team, this series, this game especially, the Oilers really show that they can shut down pressure. The pressure is going to be on them in the game, physically and mentally, but they can overcome that very, very well. They can show that they're going to make this the way they want to. They're going to take this game into their hands and not let the opponent take control of the game and, kind of let the Oilers walk with what they have to do. So I'm very excited to see, as I said, what the Oilers are going to do in this matchup against Florida, how they're going to tackle it, how they're going to face it right away. But as I said, Aiden's going to cover this all in another video here tomorrow. I'm covering the game, so we got to get back to the task on hand. But let's move over to our second topic here. Connor McDavid is here. You know, I kind of want to just touch a little bit more on this with Connor McDavid. As I said, the first goal in this game, but him the whole series. We've really seen McDavid take this next level. And that's one thing that, we expected to see, we needed to see, and he knew that he wanted to show the fans that they're ready. They're meant to be here. This is not luck. This is not a fluke. The way the season started, that was just a mistake, and they're a brand new team now under Kris Knoblauch. But this is what McDavid had to say in this game. This was always part of the plan. Feels good to have done that. And a very simple response from McDavid, but this really shows me and tells me a lot of how he's feeling about this. It really shows me that, he's confident, but the job is not done yet. The job is nowhere near done. The real job starts right now. That this is what matters. This is the only point that matters, is the Stanley Cup Final. And McDavid is not going to be slowing down. What we've seen from him every game, he's getting better and better and better and better, which is kind of crazy to think that Connor McDavid is getting better every game, but he really is. He's showing the leadership, the whole team. He's taking this team to where they want to be, and that's a very, very good sign of what we are seeing. But as I said, it's going to be a whole different challenge that they're going to face when it does come to what's going to happen with the whole shots on goal pressure from the Vancouver Canucks, the Florida Panthers. And this is another one here that is going to be a real big factor. The shot attempts last night for the Stars were 74-24 for the entire game. And this is going to be along the lines of what I'm thinking we're going to see with Florida. They're going to be putting a lot of shots on net. As I said, they pressure just every team they played. They absolutely just submerged the New York Rangers, a team that in the regular season didn't look like that was possible. They really showed them that they're a different team. In these playoffs, they were very good in the regular season, but in the playoffs, they've just been a whole different monster. So, once again, I'm expecting this. I want to see more Oilers shots or shot attempts at least. However, the Panthers are very good at, the defense, the offensive, their whole scheme, their whole system is very, very good. But once again, I believe in the Oilers. They can do this. I can almost guarantee you that this team is ready. They know what they have to do to be able to make this work. But let's move on to our final chapter here. McDavid, the game. We have one more to talk about, and that in this whole series has been such an X factor. And Stuart Skinner, he has seriously stepped up here in these playoffs. He's really shown that he is going to be having this team as long as they have him. He's going to have the team's back when they need him. The team is going to have his back when he needs it. And it's such a good thing to see that Stuart Skinner has finally found that momentum again. I spoke about this, I believe, in the first series of the playoffs where he's been struggling a little bit. That happened at the beginning of the year. That happened at the beginning of the season. Came up a few bad games, then he went on a 12-game win streak. That's exactly what Stuart Skinner, I believe, is feeling right now. This is a whole different game, as I mentioned, that the playoffs, the way these two teams have played, it's a new season. That's what you have to think of it as, and that's what Stuart Skinner seems to think and feel here in these playoffs. And as you can see, Stuart Skinner in the series against Dallas was 4-2 with a 191 goals against and a .923 save percentage. Some incredible stats from a guy a lot of people were doubting, a guy a lot of people were saying that he's going to be a liability, and that has been the case in some instances, but you cannot say that in this series he was a liability. He really stepped up when they needed him to, and the Oilers definitely needed his help at points in this series, and he really showed that he's their guy. They got him. They're going to rely on him, and the team is going to rely. Stuart Skinner is going to rely on the team. So, a lot of exciting stuff to come. As I said, the breakdown more of what's coming next will be done by Aiden tomorrow, and I kind of wanted to break this down. I'm very excited to see what happens. Let me know what you guys thought about the game, especially the shot differential. A lot of people are starting to worry about that, but it's a whole different game, as I said, in the playoffs, and both these teams are ready. So let me know what you think, but that's all I got here in this video. If you did enjoy, give it a like, hit the sub button as well, and let's go Oilers. We need to see this here, a big, big playoff run and a big Stanley Cup final. So thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.